I'm done trying to insert rationale and logic into a conversation with somebody that's already got a predetermined outcome and already has me figured out. You know, I've never been big on it, but my days of debating or arguing with people on the internet are done. Doing so is about as useful as being a snowblower salesman in Death Valley. In fact, I'd argue the snowblower salesman might have better odds of success. And the reason for this is we no longer live our realities. We absorb narratives. We're told what to think and how to feel in a very predetermined way. It used to be that people would exchange information. Now we own each other with headlines. And the script is built in. We're the good guys. The people who feel differently are the bad guys. And we signal our virtue by way of whatever victims we represent. I used to think, foolishly, that I could insert logic into a conversation. I used to think that all I had to do was showcase an honest, clear perspective, and that said person would put themselves in my proverbial shoes and that we could go for a stroll. I was wrong. I have also always tried to do that for others. I'm one of those weirdos that likes to be wrong. I love being the underinformed party. I love being the person who just doesn't know. Because being enlightened to truth, to valid information, perpetuates growth. We learn, we can advance, we can make better decisions. But everybody these days is stuck on a narrative. Instead of enlightening others with information, we post headlines to own our perceived enemies. And I think the worst flaw in that is that the majority of these people are not your enemies. They may be underinformed, ill-informed. They may be challenged when it comes to perception, but few of them are truly your enemies. In fact, I would argue that our enemies are the people that want to keep us fighting with one another. Because so long as we're fighting with one another, we don't question power structures, right? We don't look upward. If we're busy dialed in on one another, if we're busy squaring off with one another, we don't look at the people truly holding the puppet strings. And they need that. They thrive on that. Without that structure, they have no power. Their biggest fear is for everyday people to communicate and think coherently, freely, and be open to ideas. That scares them, and it scares them for real reasons. And I think the greatest dilemma social media has given us is this manufactured virtue. You want to know what somebody is all about? Go look at their Facebook, their Instagram, their TikTok, their YouTube channel, right? And see, a big problem is that no matter who's in charge, it's the same song and dance. We sit here and own our enemies. We got the better memes. We got the better reels. We've got the quicker and swifter comebacks. I can tell you where I failed. I truly believed that people would be as open as I try to be. And don't get me wrong, I've got my opinions and many of them are unsavory. But I am willing to be wrong. I'm willing to be the guy that learned something. And I'm somewhat shocked at how few people share that understanding. Because rather than trying to find the truth or determine what's right, we're just busy protecting narratives because the script's been written before we step into the rehearsal. And it's because everybody has to maintain that virtue, that image publicly. But you can't say this because if you say this, then you're one of these guys. And you can't say that because if you say that, then you're one of these guys. It's textbook division. It's tactical. It's coordinated, calculated, and it lands every time. You can go on social media right now, doesn't matter what platform, especially given current events. What do you see? Everybody knows everything. We got a globe full of Nostradamuses. Everybody can tell you what's going to happen and why you were wrong. Whatever happened to, I don't know. Whatever happened to, I'm concerned about this, but I'm willing to listen to that. We don't do that. Sadly, we don't do that. To our detriment, we don't do that. Where does that leave us? We're so busy defending and protecting our narrative. We're so busy having to maintain the hero status that we can't see the forest for the daggum trees, man. So I'm done. I'm done trying to insert rationale and logic into a conversation with somebody that's already got a predetermined outcome and already has me figured out. You can lead a fool to logic, but you can't make him think. I've learned that the hard way. Believe me, I've learned that the hard way. You know, there's a lot to be said for somebody that can express their concerns and their opinions, but still leave enough wiggle room to admit that they might not know, that they may be wrong. The world needs more of that, especially right now. I don't know any better than you what's going to happen tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I'm of the understanding that tomorrow is guaranteed to nothing on this planet. And I think we take that for granted, and I think that's part of the problem as well. So once we buy into a narrative and we assign the roles, then we're stuck. Then you got to defend it. It's the hill you have to die on, right? Heaven help you if you subscribe to something and put your trust in something and you're wrong. We put our trust in ideas, in platforms, agendas, parties, leaders, plans. We trust that everything will just be okay. Sometimes it will just be okay. Sometimes it won't. Then what? I will always welcome a healthy debate. I'll always welcome a healthy exchange of ideas, but the optimal word is healthy. And for something to be healthy in that capacity, a person's got to stand before another man with dignity, with an open mind, with a pure heart, with respect. I could disagree with you on dang near anything under the sun, but if you're respectful and you're open and you're as willing to listen to me as I'm willing to listen to you, we might make some progress. We might get somewhere. But if you're just going to sit there and create noise and own me and paint me in a corner with your finger out, showing me where I'm wrong and why you're right, again, my condolences, and I'm going to put my money on the guy selling snow blowers in Death Valley. I certainly don't know what the answer is, but I can tell you that if we don't step away from the insanity and get back to reality, if we don't put reality over identity, this is not going to get any better. In fact, it's probably going to get exponentially worse. There's a reason why I haven't gone back on the road. And it's not because I can't sing or write a song. It's not because people won't perform with me. It's that reality is the pasture with the horses. Reality is my dog. Reality is planting my feet on the earth and being here. I don't represent a side. I don't represent an ideology. I don't represent a party, a leader. I represent me. I represent what I know. And by the grace of God, let that stay pure. I'm proud to think for myself. No matter what we discuss, you and me, we talk long enough, respectfully enough, with an open mind and an open heart, we'll find some common ground. I'll agree with you about something. It might just be one thing, but I'll agree with you about something. But that's not how most people are anymore. Everybody's got to defend the narrative. They have to defend that bat signal of virtue that they've put out to the world. And I don't. To quote my old podcast host buddy, Jim Goad, who once said, "I'm misunderstood in ways you'll never understand." Jimbo, you were right. Me too. I don't know how many of you are encountering the same problem in your discourse, in your dialogues. But if you are, consider asking yourself if it's worth it. Is it worth it to try to insert logic, reason, coherent, clear thought against a narrative? Can you win? Can you possibly break through that barricade? Can you outshine that bat signal? I used to think I could. I was wrong. Talk to me in the comments. What are you experiencing? I hope this spoke to you. And if you're still here, especially, I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be well.